Two Lonely Souls Scene 6. On Saturday in the morning, Amy and Molly had to check out and leave for home. The vacation was over. Molly helped Amy load the suitcases and diaper bags and sat down in the car seat. She was a bit sad when she realized the pleasant time was over. "Amy, I have to go back," Molly asked Amy when they drove off. "Yeah, sweetheart, but I have an idea." "What idea, Amy?" "If I could take you from the center for the vacation, I would try to ask our head and take you home more often, even every day. However, you still have your roommates there." "Yeah, I have and I love them," Molly nodded. The girls really were as nice as possible in their condition. She even was looking forward to seeing them again even if she couldn't talk with them. Amy calmed down a little. Molly still could stay at the center and spend more time with Amy. Anyway, Amy wished to adopt Molly and have more time to homeschool her. Unfortunately, she didn't have money in her own house. She hoped for a miracle. Molly's bladder was getting full and she felt a growing pressure. Suddenly she realized she could ask Amy about the strange sensation. What would happen? The little girl hesitated for a while, but she didn't say anything and clenched her muscles. She was curious how long she could continue until the pressure would get painful. Surprisingly, the pressure didn't grow that quickly and Molly didn't relax the muscles for long. Meanwhile, she instinctively tried to press her legs together, but the thick package prevented her from it. Finally, she closed her eyes, relaxed the muscles, and enjoyed the warm feeling of the wet diaper. "I peed, Amy," she announced. "Okay, you can get changed when we arrive at home." Amy parked the car in front of her home and helped Molly get off. "What house is this?" "I live here with my mom and dad." "You mom? She is not with you and she not take care. She did it long ago when I was a little girl." "And she is still you mom?" "Yeah, she is my mom forever." Ann Warner, Amy's mother, heard the voices and opened the door. "Welcome home, Amy. Oh, who is this little girl?" "I am Moe, good morning." Ann was taken aback. According to Amy's description, she expected a retarded child and Molly didn't look retarded even if Ann noticed her thick diaper package. "Come in, the lunch is ready but I have to add a plate, or can she eat on her own, Amy?" "I can eat," Molly smiled. "I am smart." "Yeah, Mom, she only needs to cut her food into small pieces. She can use a spoon and fork." "Sweetheart, sit down and remove your shoes. I will help you with your jacket." "Amy, we bring the luggage." "Oh yes, sweetheart." Amy and Molly returned to the car and they carried 2 suitcases and a large diaper pack to the entrance hall. "I help you remove your jacket and shoes," Amy turned to Molly. "I'll do it, Amy." "Go and greet Dad," Ann interjected. Amy removed her shoes and winter jacket and entered the living room. Molly sat down, removed her shoes and let Ann remove her jacket. "Sweetheart, you are smart indeed. However, you wear diapers. Don't you go potty?" "No, miss. Diapers are comfy and I love them. Call me Ann." "Thanks, Ann." Ann stroked Molly's hair and kissed her forehead. She loved the girl at the first sight. Amy didn't have her own children and Molly was a lovely child. She definitely was not retarded but she needed education. They entered the living room and Ann led Molly to her husband, Patrick. "This is the child Amy took to her vacation. She really is lovely and I don't understand why she was sent to the center." Patrick looked at Molly and leaned down. "Sweetheart, what's your name?" "My name is Moe," Molly replied and smiled at him. "You Patwick?" Patrick smiled back and hugged her tightly. He wished he had a granddaughter like her. Molly hugged him back and kissed his cheek. Ann added the plate, fork, and spoon for Molly. "Let's sit down and have our lunch." Molly sat down and she was able to eat as she learned at the pension. Ann and Patrick kept watching her inconspicuously and they were enthusiastic. Did Amy manage to teach the little girl that much in 2 weeks? After lunch, they walked over to the living room and Amy carried the luggage to her bedroom and returned. Do we relax after lunch or do we go for a walk better? A small walk is a good idea and we can show Molly the surroundings. Molly felt the pressure in her bowels after lunch. Her diaper was wet already after the journey and now it was even heavier. She needed a change already and decided to poop. She pushed shortly and relaxed her muscles. I pooped and I need change, she turned to Amy. However, Anne reacted quickly. Sweetheart, can I change you? Yeah, Anne, change me please. Molly hurried up towards Amy's bedroom. She noticed Amy walking there and knew the way. 5 minutes later she was back with a clean diaper, baby wipes, and changing pad. Anne was amused. She was sure that Molly would be able to go potty if she wanted, at least for pooping. Anne untaped the messy diaper and cleaned Molly thoroughly. The little girl closed her eyes and smiled. Do you want to wear this thick diaper indeed? Anne got curious about the answer. Yeah, Anne. It is comfy. Molly looked like a happy toddler. It is okay, sweetheart, and leaned down and stroked Molly's hair gently. She put the clean diaper on Molly. Molly instantly pulled her pants back up, stood up, and carried the changing pad and clean baby wipes back to Amy's room. Anne packed the dirty diaper and wipes and carried them to the outside bin. Amy took Molly at hand and led her out of the house. They got to the street and turned to the left. Hello, Amy, are you taking your work home? A young woman with a small toddler boy in the stroller greeted them. I am not work, I am Moe, Molly protested and the young woman smiled at her. Amy, where did you find her? This girl doesn't belong to the center. You're right, Emily. I do my best to stay with her. Do you think of adopting? I wish I could. The walk was another pleasant experience for Molly. Instead of nature, she could watch a town, houses, streets, and cars. Amy was leading her at hand and kept explaining. Anne and Patrick joined the discussion occasionally. When they returned home, Molly realized her diaper was wet and she again didn't remember to have peed. She was a bit disappointed. She liked her diapers but she wanted to know when she peed. Anyway, she forgot her worries and enjoyed the company of Amy and her parents. After dinner, Amy put Molly to bed and waited until the little girl fell asleep. She left the bedroom then and sat down at the table with her parents. Amy, your idea was great, and smiled at her daughter. Yeah, it was. However, I'm not satisfied. Molly deserves a better fate than life at the center. She does indeed, but I don't have any idea how to arrange it. You should stay with her, however, you can't lose your job. Mom, I asked the head of the center to let her stay with me after work at least. Okay, it is a good start, Amy. I think so. Good night. Amy left for the bathroom, and after showering and changing into her pajamas she lay down next to Molly.